All right. Welcome, everyone, to another live episode of Let's Talk Photography. Let's get into it.
Join me every Thursday on YouTube for another live show of Let's Talk Photography. We cover the latest news, interviews with today's industry leaders, tips, tricks, lighting, cameras, and the business of photography. My weekly live stream is all about crowd participation. You're encouraged to ask questions, talk about the cool camera gear you've got or the camera gear you want to get. Hell, you could just join our open panel discussion during our Q&A portion of the show. The cost of access to Let's Talk Photography is very, very low. For today only, I'm hosting a very low price of $3.99 to subscribe and press that bell icon to get notifications of my upcoming live streams. Now let's get back to the show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm super excited because I have an awesome guest with me. What? I know. It's very hard to believe, but this time I actually have someone else besides myself to join the panel. And this special guest is a lot better looking than myself. Okay. I'll just have to put it out there. But before we get to introducing this week's guest, all right, let's take care of some business, shall we? First thing is, if you haven't already, come on now. Shame on you. Go ahead and follow me on social media. That's right. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Threads. I'm pop locking on TikTok. And that's right. I'm on TikTok. And I'm on Twitter or X or A, B, C, D, whatever Elon Musk decides to call that platform. Go ahead and follow me on all those. I am very active on all of them. So if you ever have a question, you could DM me on any of those channels. That's right. I do want to let you know that I will be adding a new segment to my channel, and it will be called Last Week in Photography. That's right. Oh my God. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support. But this is gonna be about Last Week in Photography. It pretty much sells itself. But what I plan to do is on Mondays, I want to post a video about last week's news, rumors, etc. about the photography world. And that goes for videography too. I'll throw some of that in there, but mostly photography. And that's why it's called The Last Week in Photography. So hopefully you stay tuned and subscribe to the channel, smash that bell icon, and you will get notifications of when I do post these videos. I decided to do that because as I research news to talk to you guys about at the beginning of each of these live streams, I come across so much material I can't fit it all in. And some of it might be interesting, but I don't know if it's directly relevant for you folks and stuff like that. So I was talking with Derek, and he actually said it would be a great idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that out. So stay tuned this week. I will be posting a video, and it may be just free, it may be scripted, it may be just freestyle. Either way, I want to talk about the previous week's moves, rumors, etc., all about the photography world, and that goes for camera rumors and all that good stuff anyway. So hopefully you subscribe to my channel. All right, and right now it's a very low price of $3.99. So go ahead and smash that like, that share, and subscribe to this channel. Come on now, people. You know what time it is. What else is there? Let me go. Let me introduce. Well, I want to introduce my next guest, but let me get over a little bit of news first. Okay, I don't want her to just stare at this news and not really know what the heck we're talking about here. Oh, we have already a couple of comments. Let's go check out some of these comments. We got J Rod in the house. Come on now. We got RBJ. That's right. And then we got J Rod coming back in. Let me get one. Oh, yeah, you got it, brother. Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, you know what? On Instagram, I'm going to try to grab this awesome sample of Ric Flair. please pray for me. I'm gonna see if I can grab it off of Instagram. And he's talking about how badass he. Oh, I loved it. Anyway, so I hope to add Ric Flair to my sound effects. Come on now. We got ATR Bear. Good evening, Robert. Looking forward to the stream. Oh, Ted. All right, Ted. Ted E. Bear. All right, I got you. Thank you very much for tuning in. We got Albert in the house now. And let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. And awesome. All right. So it looks like we are caught up so far. Please, if you come in, please smash that like and everything else. Let's just go over one piece of news. And then before I introduce my guest, and I hope she doesn't fall asleep while I talk about this news. All right. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. I spare no expense for you viewers. I tell you, these graphics, I spare no expense. Okay, it cost me probably a half a penny to make, but I do it for all of you. Okay, I love you guys. All right, now and ladies and gals. Anyway, Tamron is making a new world's first 17 to 50 millimeter for f4 for Sony E mount. What do you guys think about that? I mean, that's pretty. That's if it's full. Hold on, let's see if it's full frame. Let's see. Ultra wide, standard zoom for full frame. Wow. All right, I wasn't expecting that. Full frame. World's first to offer such a zoom range on Sony cameras. Well, it's not as fast as a 17 to 50 f2.8. That optic was only for APS-C, and this one is for full frame. So I would love to hear your opinion. What do you think about this focal range in a full frame camera? Like, what do you think about that? I could definitely appreciate this for video. I think this focal range for video would be fantastic. The focusing distance, 7.5 inches at the wide end. Okay, so okay, yeah, that's not so bad. And 11.8 inches, about 12 inches on the 50 millimeter end, allowing photographers and videographers to get relatively close to your subjects. Tamron did not note the reproduction ratio, however, which means that is something to expect only once the lens is fully announced. Well, the ideal walk around lens is what they're calling it. Yeah, I mean, for street, for sure, for street. I'm thinking this would be a great walk around lens for photos and video. Yeah, just like they're saying, photos and video. Of course, you're going to get great landscapes being able to go to 17 millimeters. But wow, this is a great range just for, I'm thinking tons of video work for you Sony fanboys out there. FX3, FX30, the FX3. Um, this would be a fantastic lens. I wonder what the price point is, though. Okay, they don't say. They don't say yet. Well, I'll keep you posted on the price point. I'd like to try this lens out. This is nice. I like the range. Um, hope you okay. Okay, all is good. All is good. All is good. Just check in. So I actually like this lens. I'm interested in. I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on this lens. Quite honestly, I would like to get my hands on it just to test out. Maybe even do a photo shoot with this lens. Hey, what's going on, Wayne? Not quite awake, but wanted to show some support for the stream. Thanks, Wayne. Very much appreciate that. Very much appreciated. Knowing that you stopped by. So this is a very cool lens. I just wonder what the price point is. I'm hoping under 1,000. I mean, just because it's a f4, it's not a 2.8. But the range is solid. Definitely solid. It would be better than a kit lens, that's for sure. So being at f4 constant, that'd be a nice one. All right, let's get to the next thing. I mentioned this one before, but remember, we have this event coming up. For those who are in New York or somewhat on the East Coast, I would love to get your opinion. Is anybody planning on going to this particular event? Because honestly, next year I'm gonna try to go to this event. I'm gonna try to go. Um, it says B and A. Obviously, it's B and H's, and they're kind of taking over what Photo Plus was. And I did love Photo Plus. This article is from a week ago, but I feel it's still worth talking about, or at least mentioning. Does anybody here actually attend any of these seminars, shows, etc., or am I just the only one? I don't know. I know I'm going to be excited to try to get to one. Hey, Rakesh, thanks for stopping by and tuning in. Always appreciate it. So, all right, where the heck was I? Okay, so 50 years officially under the belt. B&H is set to present the inaugural Build Expo. It's a two-day epic event in New York City for photographers, videographers, and other creatives. Build is the Yiddish word for image. Oh, well, there you go. Learn something new every day. It represents B&H's 50-year commitment to supporting visual and auditory artistry. Okay. The expo is going to be full chunk of educational, inspirational opportunities meant to expand your creative horizons, and it's free to attend. I do like that. If you can get yourself to New York City, so it's going to be September 6th and 7th this year. So I'm guessing it'll be about the same next year too, like the first week. I enjoyed myself very much going to Javits Center for Photo Plus, and I assume I will enjoy this one as well. I'm wondering on the layout of the sponsors or the vendors. So here's some people that are set to talk: Art Wolf, Casey Nastat, Amy Vattel, Keisha Lambert, Jerry Gionis, Joan Fruth, Brian Skiri, and Brooke Shaden, and I'm sure many, many more. Oh, here's a full list. See if that brings us anywhere. Oh yeah, take a look at this. Look at this list. So here's the keynote, and oh shoot, Mark Seliger. Oh yeah, I'd want to see his. That's one talk I would want to make sure I go check out. I love his work. Um, Franz Lenton. I don't know this gentleman, but I'm sure they're great. And then a bunch of other photographers and creatives. Oh, Roberto Blake is going to be up in there. Oh, that's going to be cool. I used to watch him super tough when I first became a YouTuber. Okay. Yeah, this could be cool. Scott Kelby will be there. Okay. Wow. B&H is not playing. They're getting a lot of people out here to share some. Oh, Jared Poland's going to be there, guy. Look at that. Jared Poland's going to be there. He made sure to put there, of course, Jared Frono's photo, Poland. Like we all don't know who Jared Poland is. I don't think he needed to say that, but we all know that's what he's gonna say. Oh, Frank Smith, he was super nice. I met him at Photo Plus. Um, who else is there that I may know? Okay, I don't know the rest, but nonetheless, oh, I've seen him before. And then let's see who else. Is there anybody else I missed? Probably not, but it's a lot of people. I mean, this is a free event. A free event with all these people, that's that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. What does this event look like to all of you out there? Oh, hey, thanks Luke for tuning in. Um whoops, I meant to press the wrong button. Too many damn horns. I'm excited to go to this event. I'm looking forward to it next year. The only reason why I probably wouldn't be going hold on, let me switch this thing here. Let me see if this will help. Oh yeah. Only reason why I'm not going this year is because I just heard about this within a month or so ago, and I would need more planning financially and also place to stay, etc. for this. But I'm excited to see that there's a big camera expo happening in New York City again. And it gives me a reason to go visit home, visit family, etc., and to hang out in my favorite city, New York City. So I'm happy on many levels. This is usually the time of the year. The first week of September usually is like New York Fashion Week as well. So there's going to be a lot of models in town, designers, shows, all sorts of stuff. So if you go to this event, there's so many things going to be happening that would be great for photographers to get to be a part of during this week in New York City. So it'll be well worth going because you're going to be able to maximize your time there. That's for sure. Um, Exactly, Wayne. It looks like it should be a great event. Yes, I think so too. The other reason why I'm waiting 1 year is just because I want to just make sure they get all the bugs out of the way, being its first year, and then I'm sure in the second year they'll tighten up a few bolts and cross a few T's and dot a few I's. So when I get there next year, it'll be a little bit more polished. Photo Plus obviously was happening for a few years, so everything was pretty smooth. So I'm just curious to see how B&H handles this event, especially at this particular scale. Um, so that's just my opinion, quite honestly. All right, everybody, here we go. Last thing before I get my special guest on. All right, check this out. We all know what recently happened. Hold on. Goodness gracious. Let me cue this thing up so I don't. All right. Boom. Yep, yep, yep. Firmware. Whoop. Okay. All right, so we all know about this. Let's get the drum roll action, shall we? Drum roll. All right, so Nikon Z8 firmware update just recently happened, and version 4.01. Okay, so clearly, as some of us already probably know, because most of us aren't living underneath a rock, um, they were just fixing a few issues. So this was clearly an average, oh, let's fix some bugs kind of issues. I see a lot of it was in this is photo shooting mode. This is video. Um, video. And yeah, so photos and video basically. I thought at first when I glanced at it, it was more for toward slanting toward fixing video issues, which I wouldn't have been surprised because I appreciate that they're going hard in the video and fixing those particular issues. I'm actually going to be working on starting this week a video of me shooting just with the Z8. So stay tuned for that, and I'll discuss my settings, how I shot it, what lenses, and overall just shooting video with the Z8, and I'll rig it out and everything else. So stay tuned for all that. But this firmware update is it major at all? Obviously, I went ahead and did all that just in case, but I didn't have any of these particular issues myself. The camera would, in rare circumstances, stop responding or fail to record a video correctly. So I've never had that, but I haven't shot enough video on a consistent basis with the Z9 to see if this was an issue. And then choose image in FX or DX roles assigned to camera controls or assigned or disabled when in slow motion. So that could be annoying, 100%, because I love slow motion, especially 120 frames. The first shot in burst photography would sometimes fail to acquire appropriate white balance. Now that could be a son of a gun. So I'm glad they checked that out. And if shooting continued while on was selected for photo shooting menu, photo flicker reduction, the photo live view display would be partially disrupted. Well, definitely when they talk about zero blackout, we don't want that. So I'm glad they did that. Make sure if you haven't already done this, go ahead on over to Nikon. What is it? Downloader Center. Download Center dot Nikon IMG ILB. Just go to NikonUSA.com. Okay. It's pretty easy how to navigate to it. Okay. This page they forwarded to is a hell of a URL. Roy, it's good that Nikon fixes these tiny problems. Exactly. That's the way I feel, especially, when you see 4.01 and it wasn't dramatic as the last firmware. We're looking, that clearly lets us know they're looking at small fixes in these little issues. It may not be super duper big, but for those who may need it or come across it, we don't want to hear it when we're spending all this kind of money on a Z9. Absolutely not. Albert comes in. When I covered fashion shows in New York City, amateur photographers were astonished when models changed clothes backstage without a care or warning, and the poor rookies had the deer in headlights look. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah. Shout out to all the newbies out there, but yes, you're absolutely right. Um, it never really phased me, but I just know how it goes down. I know what to expect. And I think what was my first New York Fashion Week show? I want to say it was 2015. It might have been. And that stuff doesn't bother me. But that is funny though. Wayne says, I have a list of things I would like them to do on the Z8 will be in an upcoming video. All right. Everybody, make sure you go on over and support Wayne. And the best way to support him now is by going over to his channel and everybody else's channel. We got AP Studios, we got Bahography, we got Malcolm Walker, we got Selective Imagery on YouTube. And yes, go check out Wayne's YouTube channel. He has great technical stuff. He's far more technical than I am. And that's why I go check it out. So you go check him out too on his channel. Where am I at? Get back to my comments here. Okay. Albert comes in and says the moral of the story is do not creep out the models. 100%. Just be cool, man. Just be cool. Don't be all gawk-eyed and don't be doing all that. Just be cool. Just act like it's nothing, right? That's it. Hey, Nick, what's going on? Nick, I don't think I've seen you up here in a little while. Okay, so with that said, it's good to see you. I will be okay. I'll share this in a second. All right, so we got that out the way. Last but not least, I have a little product highlight review to share with all of you. Let me go ahead and stop that. All right, let me get my stuff together here, prepare myself, and let's get to the product highlight, shall we? Let's go. All right. So this is going to be this product is for an upcoming product review, unboxing, etc. And I'm really excited about it because as many of you know, I do photos and video, whether it be for social media, for clients, or my own films. And I'm always shooting and going between both, right? Shooting some photos, shooting some videos. So my lighting is important. And as I posted yesterday and today, lighting is everything. Let's say it together. Lighting is everything. So, with that said, I'm really excited about this another piece of lighting that I'm going to share with you all right now. So, with that said, drum roll, please. All right. So I just got in. Hold on. Holy cow, guys. Oh my goodness, everybody. I just got in this awesome light. See this? From Lume Cube. Has anybody ever heard of Lume Cube? I have because they make this tiny light that's brighter than hell. And that you can put on top of your hot shoe. Now, this right here, let me open this up for you, okay? Right here, it comes with a fantastic carrying case. Okay, right there, fantastic carrying case, and it's a 4 foot. Okay, 4 foot RGB tube light that I cannot wait to put to work, because as you can see, I'm reinvesting into this podcast, getting, this nice boom arm finally. I'm getting obviously I'm working on my audio sound effects. I got a new desk so I can offer more stuff for all of you. And I'm soon gonna get a switcher, because when Derek decides to come on over, I'm gonna have a chair for him and we'll have a switcher, and I'll be able to switch over to a separate camera just for Derek. So we're gonna have that. I'll have a chair for a special guest. So next time Vanusa comes, we can have a special camera just for her. And then but with all that, we need lighting. We need lighting. We need lighting. So in this case, check this out. In this case, you have your your 4 foot tube light. Look how long that thing is. Okay. That's what she said. Hey, so hold on. Whoop. Let me get to my corny joke. Okay, so we have that. There's a tube light right there. And then it has a pouch on the side for each of the things you need. Okay, you got this thing here. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. And then, I think that's how you strap it onto things. You have your charger here. It's an internal battery, so that's really dope. You could have it connected to the wall while you're using it, or charge it however you want. And it comes with a stand too. What did I do with that stand? I did something with it. And then it has a stand as well, and it's actually made out of metal, which I was surprised. So it's super bright. It's about 60 watt. So for a tube light, that's pretty bright. The construction is pretty good. Let me see what this is. All right, here we go. Here we go. See if you can. It has there we go. Let me see if this thing's got any juice in it. Got any juice? Okay. Maybe not any juice. Oh, wait. I had to turn it on. So there you go. If you want to the fastest way to improve your live streams is lighting. That is the fastest way to improve the quality of your live stream, right? It has 1/4-inch holes right here. See the 1/4-inch holes right there? Oh, 58 watt. There you go. Okay. Put it up top. Boom. Just like that. You could put it in the back, in the corner. Like, lighting is everything. I will never complain about having too much lighting. And I'm sure as a photographer, you wouldn't either. You know what I mean? And I don't do everything just with what is it? With flashes. Sometimes we just need LED. When I do my product videos, or like when I'm shooting B-roll of the products of the product review videos, I'm using LEDs. And this is how you can make a boring room into something spicy. LED lights. That's why I recommend, and I will continue to recommend, different kinds of LED lights, because of how useful it is for me. And I already know it's going to be useful for you. When you start incorporating it, you'll realize how helpful they can be. So you have a little screen right there. Let me see if it'll just. There we go. It wants to find my face. It really is trying to go around this Loom Cube. Let me see if I just push it up. Anyway, I have the face eye detect, and it's doing too much of a good job. So anyway, let me see if I can do that. Anyway, it still sees my eye. Shout out to Lumix S5 Mark II. It does a great job at finding my eye. But anyway, here we go with the tube light. This is the product highlight. And I believe I have the link down below, but I will post it for sure ASAP. The battery life on this is ridiculous. It has other two kind of holes. I think the 3/8 and 1/4-inch holes right here. There we go. Yeah. 1/4-inch, 3/8, and 1/4-inch right here. And these, I think that's metal. That feels like metal right there. So kudos to them. So you could attach it to your C stand or any kind of stand, put it in the corner, lay it down. If you're going to do music videos, this is definitely clutch right here. You need at least two of these. I got two of them, and this thing's pretty badass. So I'm super excited, and they're super thin. I don't have large hands, and I can grip all the way around it. Makes it very portable because of this carrying case as well. So anyway, that is this week's product highlight. Come on now. All right. So, whoo, let me sip some tea real quick and check out these comments. And then I want to introduce my guest. She's so patient. It's probably why I work with her so much. All right. So, first thing is, yes, Wayne. Thank you very. Yes, absolutely. Loom Cube is expanding into larger lights. Yes, absolutely. I'm excited. Someone they work with reached out to me and asked would I want to take a look and asked for my opinion, etc. And I was like, you know what? I could definitely put the large tube lights to use. And I was excited for it. And obviously, as some of you may know, I'm working on my next film. So having tube lights is always clutch. So yes, I'm happy for that. I remember they started off with just that little cube, right? Looming cube. That thing was bright as hell. So I'm happy to see them get into larger lighting as well. Roy, oh, okay. Boopity 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 boop. Okay. Okay. Awesome. All right. LED for video, strobes for stills. Yes, absolutely. But I've also used strobes for product stuff too, you know. Strobes are good for, I mean, not strobes. LEDs are good for not maybe necessarily family portraits, but for baby portraits. LEDs are really good for baby portraits because it's softer on their eyes and it's not so abrasive as as a strobe would be. So if you're doing baby portraits or something like that, that could be a great a reason to have some LED. QQQ infernal battery. It has an internal hold on. Right here. Right here. Oh shit. This thing's big. Excuse my language. So right here, there we go. That's where you would put in to charge it right there. Okay. Let me see. There we go. You would charge it right there. And it does come with a charger. And yes, it's an internal battery. Internal, built in. You're good to go. Oh, here's some more screws. Screw here. See that screw right there? It has a bunch of screws right here. Okay. Screw right there. And then it has a screw right here. There's another screw. So you have a lot of ways to use this LED light and to clamp. You could clamp it. It's big. My big little C clamp thing can clamp onto it. It's just a very versatile light. I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do with it because I'm actually working. I'm working a lot of videos, but I'm going to be showing you how I set up my entire YouTube stream setup, camera settings, lighting, everything. So I will be using these lights for that video. So stay tuned. Okay. Hey, Craig, how's it going? Roy says, I'd rather a Sony FP type external battery. It's frustrating when the battery dies. Well, you could plug this directly into the wall. And I think, let me get back to you that because I think if I could connect this to a V mount plate, then I can use a V mount battery. So that might be another route. Um, Godox just released some big light panels. Oh yeah, Godox has been going hard with the lighting. Absolutely. I'm actually really impressed with what they've been doing the past 2 to 3 years when it comes to lighting. They are not pulling any punches. That's for sure. The older Roy says the older Godox strip light took FP batteries too. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually cool. I mean, Me personally, I've never been in a situation where the lights are on that long for a consistent amount of time where I ran out of life. During my live streams, these are LEDs. Everything you see here are LED that are internal battery charged, and they never go down one notch during these 2-hour live streams. So I've never had an issue, but I'm not shooting them at full power either. So, and most of the time I'm not like trying to use these outside or something. Craig, your baby photos, whole lot of consideration, safety. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you're absolutely right. Again, if I'm doing baby portraits, I would probably use LED personally. They're quiet, they don't heat. Not that our flashes really do in a particular way, but some older ones do with their modeling lamp. Um, they're softer on the eyes, most importantly. Uh, Pity has an internal battery. Can it be AC powered? Yes, it has an internal battery and AC powered, 100%. Right? Man, I'm just knocking stuff over. So right here, take a look. Right here inside the case, here's the power cord, Roy. You have the power cord here and then right here. Okay, let me get that. There we go. Right here. So yes, you can power it through the outlet as you're using it. Okay. As you're using it, you could charge, obviously, you charge it that way, but you can power it as you're using it. 100%. RBJ comes in. I have two Godox TL60 RGB lights myself. Oh, I like those little lights. That's nice. I think that's the 12-inch ones. 100%. I have two. I have two 3-inch ones. I have two 2-foot ones. Right. So what is that? 24 inches, and then these are 48 inches. Roy says, I love Godox strobes, but their LED color is pretty inaccurate. Well, that can be obviously annoying as hell. Yeah, I love their strobes though. Shout out to that. Godox. I have too many of their strobes, quite honestly. But I do love them. Like, can't beat the price. Can't beat the price of their strobes. Oh, okay. RBJ. Those are 3 feet. Oh, okay. I thought they were the short one, the Godox, the short ones, TLT something or other. Okay, right on. Okay, cool. They're 3 feet. Those are nice. Yeah, if you ever do some music videos, tube lights are a secret weapon. They really are. All right, let's get to the main event. All right. All right. So now, my next guest I'm going to have on here, well, my only guest I'm going to have on here is a model some of you may recognize. All right. Because she helped me with a couple of live stream photo shoots in my studio before. She's amazing. You will recognize her from my Instagram. And we've been shooting for over a year now together. And let me introduce her without any further ado. Let's get ready for the main event. Let's get ready. Vanusa, y'all. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you? Almost sleepy here. Like,
Oh no. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you put up with all my intro to the show. So I have to give you a shout out for that. And but I'm glad to have you. I wanted to share, you
thank you
know,
for having me.
oh, it's my pleasure. And everyone who's just tuning in, remember, right now we're going to be talking about, you know, the experience of working with new models. Now, Vanusa isn't new per se, right? Because we've been working together for some time now, but she does have a good, well-rounded experience with as far as being new in the area, working with new photographers, who not to work with, and the experiences she's been involved with in terms of shows and stuff like that. And as us photographers, especially portrait photographers, one of the biggest things is like, how do I approach models? How do I work with models? How do models see me as a photographer? Like, what's their perspective? And I figure having one on would be great for all of us. And guess what? I'm actually going to open up the phone line in a few minutes, people. That's right. All right, calm down, calm down, calm down. Okay. And so with all that said, Vanusa, all right. What was your first photo? Wait, hold on. Let me cue this up before I do that. Let me cue this up because there we go. All right, cool. All right, what was your first professional photo shoot?
When was?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was years ago. Like years ago when I was trying to get in the modeling industry. I
All right.
was, I don't know. I even don't remember how old I was.
All right. So you were young and you were still back in Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it? Let's make it a little bit more relevant. What was your first professional shoot in America?
It was last year with you.
Oh my God. Who would have thought?
Was last
Uh,
year with you.
now,
No,
what was the biggest difference between you working in Brazil and in here, like as a model doing photography? What's the biggest
well,
difference?
here I'm having more opportunities to
Oh,
the business. Yeah.
okay.
I have more right now. I have more views on my Instagram. I receive more invitations.
So naturally, you're just getting more opportunities as a model just by being here.
Yeah.
What was like when we were shooting? Before we shot, was there anything you were worried about in terms of, preparing for the photo shoot and stuff like that? Because we had a long day that day.
You talk about your first photo shoot.
Yeah, before we had our first photo shoot, what were some things you were worried about?
Well, I was worried about because I actually when I my first photo shoot with you, uh, I paid you, right?
Yeah.
Hire you to do my digitals, and my I was just worried what the agencies was looking for.
Mm,
So I think I was like almost 1 year look for a good photographer, not only photographer that could do my digitals, but a photographer that could connect me in the model industry. So I think I mentioned this with you. I think I saw you. I don't know, was it was a magazine or something like that, and then I started searching your profile, your Instagram, and seeing your photos, your job, and see your that he was involved in the modern industry. I was like, okay, so this guy, he may can help me not only have my portfolio, but also connect me in this industry. And since I'm from Brazil, I don't know a lot of people here. So I was looking for somebody that was not only able to do my photo shoot, but connect me. And it's
mm.
worked. It's worked.
And it worked. Who would have thought?
Worked, yeah.
Uh, yeah, I know. It turned into like a friendship too. It's pretty cool. But I knew like when we first shot, you were very comfortable in front of the camera. So that was pretty nice. You had a lot of great ideas, brought tons of outfits, and you weren't afraid of suggestions, right? You just tried everything, and that's what made it so much more fun. And we ended up shooting for like half the day. I mean, that was a long day, and it was really really fun. So now you see, remember these photos from your
Yes, I do.
way back when, and that little kid that ran up behind me, and I thought I
Yes,
was gonna have
I
to kill
remember
him.
it was very cold.
Yes, yes. I like this one. I love this one.
Yeah, I love this one too.
Yeah, I like the simplicity of it, the framing. And for everyone who's wondering, I shot this with the Nikon Z9. So shout out to the Nikon Z9. That's the camera, Vanusa. So you can see the Z9 hit the autofocus on this one. Just let my people know. All natural light. If anybody's wondering, shot this all natural light. And we wanted to make sure she had some photos that had fitness in her set of pictures, because I know for sure in the Bay Area, having fitness photos in a model's portfolio is clutch. Like, you should have that, and you should recommend it, us photographers. And as you can tell from what Vanusa's sharing, like, you have to have more. You have to add value to this model's um, not only her portfolio but to her experience. And what I mean by that is, if you're just there to shoot pictures and that's it, that wasn't what that wasn't all she was looking for. She needed like more than that, a little bit of guidance, a trust, a direction to go in, and a connection, if you will. And so with that said, if you're looking to be a portrait photographer, I recommend, how do I add more value? Because everybody with a camera is a portrait photographer nowadays, and a vlogger and a YouTuber and whatnot. So it's really important to think in the model's perspective. So therefore, um, she feels comfortable spending the money you're asking for. The same thing happened to another model recently, Vanusa, where she clearly has a great portfolio. She certainly doesn't have to pay me, but I was her first paid photographer, because she's like, I want you to do it, and I want you to do it the way you do it, and you know what they want. Does that make sense? And but you can see what she's saying right here. I'm not making it up. She wanted more than just good photos. She needed someone with the experience and the eye that knows what is good and not good in the industry. So
And somebody
kudos,
that I can trust that's not going
somebody you can
to
trust.
use my image.
100%. And make raunchy images, right? And that will hurt your brand and waste your time and money, I'm quite sure. Hold on, let's see if we have any questions real quick. Let's see. 1 meter? Roy, what do you mean 1 meter? Oh, 1 meter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To RBJs. That's right. 1 meter. Kevin comes in. Hey, Kevin. That is your friend, huh? Who's that?
Kevin,
Vanusa.
Kevin,
Yeah, you
uh,
know him?
no, he's your follow. He follow me too on Instagram.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
photographer. Yeah, he's a
Okay.
photographer. He follow us, but
But he's
actually right now is afternoon, so is boa tarde.
oh.
So
So
he's saying good morning, but
yes, I can.
it's no right now, so it's going to be boa tarde.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. I'm learning a little bit of Portuguese here. Oh, RBJ says, I stand corrected, 2.5 feet. Okay, cool. Hey, I'm just glad you have a couple. They come in handy all the time. Roy says, we got an upgrade. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Kevin says, tell your father-in-law I said hello. He knows your father-in-law?
I don't
Yo.
know. I'm gonna say, okay, I will tell him. I'm sorry, Kevin. I don't
Maybe he knows your.
remember you.
Yeah, maybe he knows, right? RBJ says she is my absolute favorite. I love her. She actually followed me back and actively likes my work on my page. Models don't always follow back, especially when the quality of work she has. Well,
Thank you.
that's to you, Vanusa. You see that? That's for you.
Yeah,
You
say
said
thank you. I think
okay.
I follow back because it's more about support each other. And
Mm.
since I'm getting the business in the industry, it's a way that I can connect with people that in the same industry that I'm trying to get in. So
Well, kudos to you. I'm glad you did that, and clearly you have a fan. And RBJ, I believe you've seen her with some of my live photo shoots, so I'm sure you may recognize her from there. But for sure, my Instagram. I think you were just on my Instagram the other day. Kevin says I went to school with her father-in-law. Oh,
It's hard.
you got to get a little fan.
I cannot
Can
open the window because of the noise, so
copy that.
I'm
And then
melting.
Kevin says, "Oh, my bad." Okay, yeah, we were just
Carlos, yes.
okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Balboa to Balboa. What does
Yeah,
that mean? What is that?
Balboa School.
Oh, it's a school.
Yeah, it's a school.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go. Shout out to Kevin.
Father-in-law, he's still over there, but now he works over there. He's a coach.
Oh, okay. All right. Coaching football or something?
Yeah.
Copy that. Okay. Let me put this in the chat real quick. Copy here. All right, everybody. If you have any questions, here we go. You can join us, ask a question. You know what I mean? And if you have any questions about working with models or etc. and her experience, or have a question for me, this would be a great time. Uh, join to ask a question right here. Come on now. All right. So I'm posting that right. Jesus. Just posted it in the chat right now, everybody. So if you want to jump on and ask a question, this is your time. All right. Um, all right. Now let's go over. Let's get back to what we were talking about. All right. Let me get your awesome. All right. So here we are here. How did you choose your photos from our first shoot? What was the thought process?
How do I choose?
Yeah.
What do you
Like
mean?
like when you were going, I sent you the proofs, right? Remember I sent you the proofs?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now you had to choose them. I didn't choose them for you.
Oh, that was a hard work. Oh my gosh. He sent me 1,000 pictures, 1,000 photos.
Oh, well,
And I had to choose only 8, I think. 8 photos.
yeah, I think it was 8. You might have gotten some
8,
more
right?
though. Remember you got some more? I
I
think you
think it
did.
was 10, and then you give
Mhm.
me some like extra. But that was hard because all the photos was very good. So it was very hard. So how I
And
picked that, I don't know. Actually, it was for my husband who chose them, so it was not me.
oh, did he really?
Yeah, he chose the most of my pictures. Whenever I do a photo shoot with you and you asking me to choose, I always share with him and asking him for he pick the ones that he likes most.
That's hilarious. I have to give Solomon a Randy Savage. Oh yeah.
That's
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 so
why one
funny.
day he said for you take only like 2 outfits and like a 10 photos because it's a hard work.
Yes, yes, yes. It is. I like. Honestly, I like when I hear that it's hard for the model to choose because it means I did my job. And if it was easy,
It's hard.
it means I took a lot of bad photos. Quite honestly. So there you go. Uh, so Roy says, never send a client too many images. Their brain could melt. Well, there's a science behind it, Roy. Okay. Um, there's a science behind it. All right. So there's a method to my madness. I'll explain that at another time. But if you first of all, if you send 50 photos and you spend 3 hours with that client, they're gonna wonder, did I take any damn pictures for the money I'm charging? And I'm not charging cheap, right? If I send her 50 photos, I say, oh, these are what I think. The next question is, can I see the others? Did you take more? I want to see. I don't want to be in charge of any of that. I send them all. Now, it could be 1,000 because as you can see, like with this beach shot right here, we did this like 4 times and I'm shooting, 10, 12 frames a second. Brrr. Let's try it again. Brrr. Let's try it again. So you're going to get to 1,000 photos very easily if you're hanging out with a model for 3 hours. We're not shooting film here. Okay. So that'll get it once, get it right, and then figure out that you misfocused later is not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. Your cameras can do a whole bunch of frames a second, and for you to not take advantage of the autofocus and the speed is a bit ridiculous to me. Okay. It costs you absolutely nothing to shoot 500 or 700 photos. It costs nothing more. And for her, it may take an extra day to look through, but she'd rather have that trouble than not have enough photos to choose. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. So that's just my opinion. But what can you say? I rather her brain melt. Sorry, Vanusa.
May I say, and it's also a way for you make more money, because sometimes I had bought more pictures than I from you, right? And
I,
it's a way that I show appreciation for the job of my photographer. I can buy more pictures, more photos, support the job.
and you know what? And she's done that a few times with me at the fashion show, remember?
Yeah.
And the last professional model I just did, she bought extra photos too. So if you send 1,000, she's gonna fall in love with 1,000, and she'll just say, "How can I pay for it?"
No worries.
And but if you send her 25 photos or 50 photos, right? There's no emotion. There's less a chance for emotional connection. But if she has 1,000 to look through, she's going to be emotionally connected and more inclined to buy another 5 photos. And then you just the photos upsold themselves. That's an easy sales technique. So now, not that I'm always trying to get more money from you, Vanusa, but the point is, it works. And and I don't wanna choose. I've done that before where I chose a certain set of photos and then, like, 75 of them, and the model always says, "Can I see the rest? Can I see the rest?" And what am I gonna say? "No, I only shot 75 photos?" No, because a lot of times they might like a photo or 2 that I don't, but they're the client. So I'd rather just send them the 1,000. No one's ever gotten hurt in my book. I only send an art director that many images. Revenge. Hey, you know what? I send the models, they're my boss at that particular moment when we're updating their portfolio, but no one's ever complained. Venusa's never complained. Um Kevin, did you do any processing before you send the model the photos? No, I do not. I actually shoot raw in JPEG, right? Large JPEG. And then from the raw files, I export at 900 by 900 pixels in Lightroom as my proof size. And then I upload it to Pixieset, and then she clicks on them. So no, they're straight from raw to JPEG, Kevin. And then it's worked every time. I put it right on Pixieset and then send it to her. She knows how to click on it, and we're good to go. So zero processing. Here's another part of the sales part. I hate to share all my secrets with Vanusa right in front of me, but here's the sales part. Everybody, listen up closely. Okay, when you send your proofs, right? Don't edit a damn thing, because you're going to charge $40 per extra image, right? Or $50 or $25, whatever it is for you. The customer wants to know, why in the hell am I paying that much extra just for one stupid digital photo? Well, when they see the final result compared to the proof that they saw, which is not edited, they can see that you put in an hour or two of work into that photo. Then they're like, oh, no wonder it cost that, because you actually did such a great job. If you edit it halfway and then show them the final image, you're like, it's a little bit better. Come on now, it's psychological. That's why I send you the JPEG straight out of the camera. There you go. It looks horrible lighting. It's not colorful. It's not all that. And then when I show it to you and give you the final result, you're like, he's a magician. And yes, I did edit it, but it's also a sales technique too. All right. So that's why I don't edit anything before I send it. I like that photo. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. And then Craig comes back. When sending all, do you call any or literally just upload what's on the card? I mean, it sounds like a great way to upsell. 20 included, one image per image over 20 smart. Yeah, exactly. I have smaller packages than 20 image. Like if you want 20 images in my package, you're booking me for a full day. A full day rate will get you like 20 photos up front. But in Vanusa's case, she got 8 photos. She paid for 2 extra. I didn't do one thing, right, Vanusa? I didn't say, hey, buy more. I literally give her all the photos to look at on the website with watermarks. And then I just say, hey, just let me know. And then she'll come back and, oh my God, I love them all. Cool. And the next question is, how much is it for more? And then, but your work should sell itself. If my work isn't good enough, she's not going to say all that. On top of it, everybody, do not give away all your damn photos. If you give her 50 photos because you're like, oh my God, I want a great rapport. Look, Vanus and I are very close. We hang out all the time. We go to the gym. I know her husband. Like we're good. But she still buys extra photos once in a while
Yeah.
because the
We are
work the
professionals.
work
We are professionals. Business is business.
exactly. The work sells itself. If the model values your work, she will pay for it. Okay? Trust me, the last model I just shot, gorgeous. I mean, phenomenal. And she's been modeling for years. And she said, "Oh, you're the first photographer I'll shoot. I actually paid for because it's your work." So I'm just saying, I'm sharing you guys some serious game. I'm sharing. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah!
Hell yeah. I took 1,400 pictures in 2 hours my last shoot. I broke it down to around 300. There you go. I'm just saying the more overwhelming it is, it's actually could be a good thing when they love the shoot, they love the experience. They're going to find the photo they want and then they'll figure out how sometimes they come back. They'll be like, "Okay, I'll take these now and come back in a month. They got a couple extra bucks. I'll buy some more." Cuz I don't throw away my photos unless my hard drive goes kaputs. Nick says, "Be right back. Hold the fort down. You got it, brother."
Oh yeah!
Miles comes in. Hey, Miles, you're new. Someone new here. You're right
You're
about
right
they
about
always want to see more. 100%. That's why I don't do that. I don't do that. I send it all, and it costs me. It costs me the same amount to send Vanusa 10 photos to look at or 10,000 photos. Like it costs the same amount. Albert comes in. What is the most irritating thing that photographers do to dissatisfy models that does not involve money? What a great question. Shout out to Albert for that great question. Vanusa, feel free to answer that question.
Hold on, I'm trying to understand. English is my second
Yes.
language. Can you rephrase?
Yes. What's the most annoying thing what annoys you as a model about working with photographers that does not involve money? What irritates you?
When do not involve money?
Yeah, don't say money, but when working with photographers or when they reach out to you or whatever, what's the
Like
most
a
annoying thing?
collaboration?
Anything, just working with photographers and you as a model, what's something that's
Well,
annoying to you?
what can irritate me, it's when the photographer is not professional and when I feel like the photographer is trying to take advantage of me. Like, for example, I had since I started work with you, I have more visibility. Photographers DM me on my Instagram asking to do collaboration. And sometimes the things that they offer me, is it's the concept of the job that they offer me, it is not what I want to do. It's because like that. I know it's free, it's a collaboration, but I'm not that crazy for photos for free. I don't need that. So if I do like you, if I do appreciate your if I do appreciate your job, I will collaborate with you. But if you are not being honest and true with me from the beginning to the end, I'm not gonna work with you. Like I have a photographer that he comes to me and asking me to do a lifestyle collaboration. And I said, okay, fine. And then the days was passing. He was inviting me to do 18, totally opposed with you agreed. Something like, I said, okay, I'm not going to do that. Never in my life. I'm not going to say what else. But anyhow, so, and then he was trying to manipulate me. So, some, I like a no, that's a no. when you try to manipulate the model to do whatever you want to show your job and not what the model really likes to do, that's not cool.
All right. So stick to your word, right? As a photographer, if you want to shoot, you mentioned a concept, stick to it,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then don't try to change it up after you say it's going to be something, right?
And something that are like a
And then don't be inappropriate.
yeah, inappropriate. Yes, don't be inappropriate.
All right, you heard
know
that,
that know
folks.
that there's a lot of model that they are crazy about having Photoshoot collaborate, but it's not my case. I'm really trying to get in the industry. I'm really trying to be professional. So it's not about collaboration. If you reach me, I'm gonna have a conversation with you, but you need to talk with me about your job. What do you wanna do? I will
Mm,
listen you. And if I really like your concept, you gotta convince me. You gotta prove me that I can trust you, that I can give you my image for you for free, because I really don't need the photos. So
no, you can just call me and we can go to
yeah,
get
I can pay. I can pay Robert.
uh okay, so okay. Now I've mentioned this a few times, folks. I think a month or so ago I did a live stream about working with new models, some tips, and I mentioned that have a game plan together, right? Have a concept together, at least a rough date. Oh, let's look for a Saturday in September and stuff like that. Do your homework. Do your homework, and the more together you have it, the more inclined models of particular calibers that's worth shooting with and will enhance your portfolio. Um, will be more inclined to work with you and feel safe enough that you got it together. You have to look at yourself, photographers, more as a director. Have control. Okay, we need to get a makeup artist. I'll reach out to one. Have all these tools ready to go. Here's the location, here's the time of day, etc. Here's the look we're going for. And more times than not, a model will say yes, and then you just figure out the date. Obviously, being professional helps. Another thing is was about to say follow through. If you say she gets X amount of photos, give her those X amount of photos in a timely fashion. Vanusa, yesterday I saw a post in New York City like group page on Facebook, and a model was blowing up a photographer because she never got her photos. She was all over Facebook. I was like, wow, I don't want to be that guy. But
I
all
have
he had
this experience before, and this
okay.
photographer, he that was a point. He paid me. He paid me for me do modeling for him. But I was expecting get at least not only the money that it was paying me for my 2 hours, but giving me some photos. He did not give me my photos. He disappeared. I don't know what the heck he's doing with my photos.
You have no clue. Now, did you get to enjoy those photos at all?
No, because he did not give me any photos. So I know that with him, it's a no. I don't work no more.
Wow. So look at that, folks. You heard it from the model's mouth right now.
And he
Just
was
because
paying me. He paid me, but I was expected to receive something. So
okay.
he said, yeah.
So he paid you because I remember that one. We talked about making sure you're getting paid from that guy. I'm glad we did, right? Remember,
And
I'm glad.
Robert, I trust so much in Robert because sometimes I share with him conversations like, I see Rob, this photographer here, he's reaching me. What do you think? I want his experience as a photographer. So I always like to ask his opinion. What do you think about this photographer? Do you know him? Have you seen him in the industry? So I
And
really care about if the photographer is professional. I think even when I reach Robert the first time, we have like a Zoom meeting before we talk a little, and I think like a 1 month later after we had like a 2 or 3 talks, right,
yeah,
conversation, then we
yeah.
finally got issued. After I just said, okay, now I know him, I can trust.
Yeah, you see me, you see
Yeah,
how I talk, maybe how I dress, and you obviously you see my apartment here, but no, you're absolutely right. And remember, I mean, Vanusa, let's we have another guest I'm about to bring on. Um, let's not be blind. Vanusa is attractive. There will be plenty of photographers who want to work with her and will shoot with her for free all damn day, right? But again, she doesn't need that. She doesn't need that. So how do you provide value for a model like her um to get the time? And then cuz models like her enhance your portfolio, right? Let's just be honest. And I'm going to show you more of her work in a second. Let's just welcome on my co-host Derek Benton in the house. Come on now.
What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Vanusa?
Easy. Oh,
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes. What a
Yes.
it's like the gain is back.
I'm melting here. I want to open my window, but I cannot open and I cannot turn on the fan because it's gonna be, I think, kind of noise
Mm,
to the environment. Yeah, but I'm
it's pretty
melting.
warm today.
Yeah, it was. Roy says if I sent the client 100 images, they would say it's my job to provide just the best. Stop wasting their time. Well, maybe if you're well, obviously in your case, don't do that. I mean, Roy, you know better than I do. But
Yeah,
in my case,
I like to see all my photos.
Mm-hmm.
okay. When I first started working with agencies, with talent agencies, like there's one in particular in San Francisco before I was there, one of their preferred photographers. They wanted to see everything, right? They wanted to see my whole body of work that I created with their model. But after a little while, they were like, "We trust your work. You deliver great stuff. Just send us what you think is the best, and that's it. We gotta go."
Mm-hmm.
So I understand where you're coming from, Roy. I really do. But I don't. A model is much different than an agency. They
Mm-hmm.
want to see it all. They want to see it all. I have yet to see a model who's like, "Only show me two."
Yeah, they want all the raws, the
See
raw
then,
images, and everything.
you want to see then how
Mm,
beautiful they are looking.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I do too, because you'll get more.
Mm-hmm.
Roy, if I sent 1,000 photos, they would say, "Oh, wait, hold on." Oh, he said it again. They say, "Stop wasting my time." 100%. Hey, if that brother, if that works for you, then clearly don't do that. Okay. In my experience, um, that has never been the case. Also, but I work directly with a lot of models. I'm not working with the like say a creative director, etc. Like you said. But I understand where you're coming from. Also, do you watermark to prevent early lifting for social media or outright theft? Craig, great question. On Pixie Set, when I upload my photos to send them as a proof, Pixie Set automatically puts watermarks on them because when I first started using Pixie Set to send my proofs, freaking did it for a wedding and like literally within hours, all over her Facebook, she had my photos all on her Facebook banner and everywhere. I said, "You didn't even choose the photos for me to edit yet."
Right.
And she had them everywhere. And I was like, I was, so ever since then, I watermark and people are like, "Oh, can I see it without the watermark?" No, you cannot. So
Mm.
yes, for proofs, I watermark
That
100%.
is another thing that I respect about the photographer job. Whenever I have a job with do a photo shoot with Robert and I want to post something that is not ready, the final photos, I like to ask his opinion. Robert, it's okay if I post this like that? If it's okay if I do this reel, this video? So because I understand that's his job, is his image. My English broke sometimes. So I
Yes,
respect that.
she actually cares about our branding. Can you believe
Yeah.
that, Derek? Who would have thought? But and I appreciate that.
Well,
And that's why
it's your work, it's your work. I would appreciate if it was mine, somebody. If it was me,
and
I would appreciate that. So
and by the way, one thing I also do is if she gets certain amount of images, but then I find an image I want to post for social media, I would share that with models. I would tag them. I would do all the stuff. I wouldn't keep it to myself for me to look good. And as she just told you earlier, when I post her, you guys see her. Other photographers see her on my page. They go and check her out. They go. I know they do because I see the models I work with, and then they end up working with other photographers that I know follow me. So
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a win-win-win. And that's why the only thing I ask is freaking tag me. Kevin, you're welcome. And then Cooley, ayo.
Long time,
Sorry.
Cooley.
Yeah, now he finally chimed in. Sorry, I was late. Photo shoot went longer. Oh no, that's what's up. Cooley, I have a little message for you.
Oh yeah!
Good job. I like that he's out there working, hustling. Roy says people like to look through images of themselves. 100% in business is dope. Now that's probably I couldn't agree with you more. 110%. Absolutely. And when I deal with the models, they like to see them all. They don't give a damn if I took 2,000.
Mhm.
They'll say, "Give me an extra day." Thank you, Kevin. J Rod says, "Gotta run. Great stream. Have a good night. Thank you very much." Thank you, J Rod. Really appreciate it. I know I missed him about a couple minutes ago because I can't keep up with all this. Albert, when working with a new model who is highly inexperienced, how does the photographer have the right to instruct the model not to retouch his or her work on social media? This is a good one. I'm gonna let Derek lead.
Wait, read that one again. What
When
is it?
working with a new model who's
Mhm.
highly inexperienced, does the photographer have the right to instruct the model not to retouch his or her work on social media?
If you give that to them, that's their work now. Like you gave them the raw files, they can do whatever you please. I don't have a problem with it.
Oh, you don't?
Uh, mm-mm.
Oh, well, hold on. Hold on
Mm-mm.
right there. I do. Okay. So, Albert, for this question, I just want to see what you would say.
Mm-mm.
Um, Hell yeah, I do. That was like one of my first rant photography videos on my YouTube channel was like adding filters to my photos, you know. Here's the best thing. I worked with a great model. She was really good. I mean, quite honest, she was really unique. She moved to London for school or whatever, right? She was great and super fun. When she hit me up and wanted to make an image black and white, she asked me first, which allows me to say, "Okay, let me do it on my end, fix it black and white. Here you go." Asking to have it change is never a problem. I rather do the changing just because I have the tools, the software, etc. So with the model, when it comes to the model to, I just tell them up front. That's why it's first of all good to have a model release form because a lot of times in model release forms, remember I shared this with you guys last week. Go to ppa.com. They have a model release form. A lot of times it talks about you're not allowed to manipulate and funk up my photo here because it's my name. She tags me and she added a stupid Instagram filter on 200. You know what I mean? And it has my name on it. It's me. It's mine. And I don't want to be associated with work that I did not do. And I would be more than glad to do for you because I have 13 years of using Lightroom. I'd rather do it for you, you know? So, and it's just, it's just bad. It's just bad business. I don't know. Like, why would you think that would not be okay? Like, that's so to me, I tell them straight up, don't do it. And if you would like a certain edit, just let me know. And here's a great way to do it. When you send the proofs, just say, "Hey, by the way, if there's something specific you would like done to a photo, just let me know." "Oh, I want this one to be black and white." Okay, you just put it out there nicely in an email when you're sending your proofs. And that should help. And then maybe even put in italics on the bottom, like, "Please do not, after I send you these photos, to like retouch or some crap." And it's kind of hard. Sometimes I'll see it. It's up to you to be upset about it, but I try to at least let them know up front. I'd rather do it for you. So, Derek, we actually disagree. Who in the hell expected that? uh, Roy says, Vanity, thy name is model. Vanity? Do I know Vanity? I swear I used to. Oh, Vanity is the. Oh yeah. You're right. Models are quite vain. They like to see
Mhm.
themselves, 100%. But that's why they're great models. Okay. RBJ, turn a fan on, V, and we will let you know if it's interfering with the stream. Do you have a fan or no?
Oh, thank you. That's okay. I do have, but I don't want it to make noise.
It may not. You could try it.
I
You could
do.
try it. Go ahead and try it.
That's okay.
Oh boy. You're out there like fanning yourself like you're in a black church. So uh, RBJ, Rob, can you show us an example of how your watermark in Pixie set looks? Well, my good friend, I will do just that.
Do you have preset ones?
I'm gonna actually pull it up
Hmm.
from like let's look up like Vanusa. Hold on, I know I have her stuff. Uh
I even post one reel with your watermark, right? On my Instagram.
oh, you did, huh?
I
Look at
did one reels.
look at you. No, let me
That
stop.
yeah, but I asked you, remember I asked if it was
I'm just playing
okay.
with you.
Yeah. And I
Uh
do you like the video that I made?
hold on. Do I have give me a second, guys. I'm looking up a
Which one are you
recent
looking at?
recent proofs I sent out that I didn't delete off my Okay, here we go. All right. Show this tab instead. Cool. All right, everybody. All right, RBJ, check this out. Okay, here we go. So this is a recent shoot. You see, I upload unedited photos. This is why it looks the way it does. So when I finish editing it, it looks phenomenal and they'll buy some more. Trust me, they will. Okay. They will. And the reason why, everybody, a little bit of business tip. The reason why is I don't ever shoot photography and conduct myself as a photographer as a business thinking I'm going to get a client tomorrow cuz that doesn't happen. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I need to maximize my opportunity. That means provide as much value to my current client right now so I could upsell. So in this case, if I send Nyana her photos and they look like this, and she knows they're raw, and then when I send her the final photo, she's gonna be like, and she's like, okay, okay, I like some of these photos, and guess what? She actually bought um she actually bought more photos. She bought like 6 more photos. Okay. She's experienced. She's been going to New York Fashion Week. She's going back again this year. We wanted to update her portfolio or at least just add some more photos for her
Hmm.
portfolio. And she still bought more photos. I don't ask. I just say, here it is. Okay. So I'm hipping to you. I'm giving you guys the juice here. And my name's not OJ. Now, here we go. So here it is. This is what Pixie Set looks like. And as you scroll, here's the stuff. You know, the model would press the heart. You know that, Vanusa. But here's the watermark across. Here's the watermark. Okay. Here's the watermark. Right. Look at that. I got all my backdrop all up in there. All sorts of technical issues. I'm looking at like, good Lord. I removed her watermark, her birthmark. She wanted that. I removed that. I did a bunch of stuff to her final photos. I'm actually only have 2 more photos of hers to be edited. I was retouching them today before the stream. Okay. And it came out great. She was loving it when we were shooting. So I already knew she may want some more. Okay. She didn't care about 500 or 1,000 photos, whatever. I think I did like 500 something. And then here's this. We only did 2 looks, but she really wanted a specific look. And that's why she reached out to me because of this specific look. She sent me an image off of like Pinterest. And she's like, oh, I want something like this. And it was red with hard contrast of lighting. So I was like, all right, I got you. And the final photos came out fire. And I shot this purposely this way. So if anybody tries to tell me about no lighting in the eyes, I will officially digitally poke you in the eyes because this is exactly how I wanted to shoot it, how she loved it. She wanted the wet hair look, all that jazz. And then I did Photoshop to extend the backdrop. When I finished one of these photos, it looked like it was a huge backdrop. But
Yeah, it
nonetheless,
looked like a wall.
Yeah,
Colored
look,
wall.
like a
That's cool.
huge backdrop, like not even 107 a 9 inch or whatever. It was like the bigger one. But anyway, so that's the way the watermark looks, RBJ. I hope that helps in any particular way. I've only had like one client once in a while be like, "Oh, I can't see." I was like, "Nah, you want me to take it
Yeah.
off?" Well, get some glasses, brother. No, let me see here. Roy says small watermarks don't work. Photoshop provide low res proofs. Exactly.
Hmm.
And like I said, when I do my proofs, it's 900 by 900 pixels, super small. They upload even 1,000 of them very quickly to Pixie set. Okay, but I do have like an upload strength of almost one. What is it? What's my speed? 1 gigabyte? No, not 1 gig. Yeah, 1 gig. I think so. It's like 800 something megabytes. It's pretty quick.
You
Um,
do we transfer or what?
we transfer is for the final images. So when I send Vanusa her final photos, high
Hmm.
res, since she could print them and whatever she needs to do, I send those through WeTransfer 100%
Hmm.
because it's free up to 2 gigs. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So if WeTransfer doesn't work, or if it's let's say for a wedding, I upload it to Google Drive, and then I just keep reconfirming if they downloaded it yet. Then I delete it.
Hmm.
Yeah, just because Google Drive, if you already have Google, you already have the infrastructure. No reason for me to go pay for Dropbox.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
Dropbox is a little expensive.
yeah, for like what, $5 or $10 on Google Drive, you get like 2 terabytes.
Hmm.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. Oh, that stuff. Excuse me, you dude. Wayne says, folks, don't forget to give the stream a thumbs up. Absolutely. You know what? Hold on now. Hold on. Let's take a little quick break, shall we? All right. Come on, folks. Come on. Let's give it a little here we go. You know you want to help out. I know you love this channel. I know you love to hear me rant and Derek disagree with me and Vanusa just stare at me. Come on, support the channel. All you got to do is smash that like, that share, subscribe. Today, we are hosting the HBO special. That's right, it's called the Hub a Brother Out special. And all you got to do is smash that like, that share, and subscribe. Thank you. There you go. A little freestyle for Vanusa. Anyway,
We might have to get some sponsors coming in here, huh?
yeah, man, come on. Hey, you missed the product review. Uh
Mm.
man, this tube light right here, Derek. It's 48 inches.
Oh, okay. Uh, which one is that one? The
It's a Loom Cube.
Loom Cube, huh?
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna be doing a review on this soon enough. Let me see if you can damn. Sometimes the autofocus is a little too damn.
I thought it
Maybe
was
I
my
should
own eyes. Sometimes I see it like
man.
that.
It is there we go. There we go.
Okay.
So that's the back of it, but it has tons of like anyway, I did it earlier. I did a whole dance, hit my light, hit my stand with it and everything, trying to show you. Um, so did you see the open box video I posted on Instagram?
I did. I did. I
What'd you
like
think?
those videos that you post. They I can't do it. I don't know how you figure out how to do all that, the motions and all that kind of stuff. It's hard for me. Yeah.
Hey man, those the video like I did with you and the one with me, like I used the no, I didn't do that one with you. I did the one with you with my cell phone, but this one I did with
Hmm.
the Lumix S5 Mark II.
Hmm.
It looks so cinematic. It's crazy. I mean, it's wild, man. And I just and anyway, I appreciate you appreciating it. How about
Yeah,
that?
man. Like I think a lot of people like end up liking videos to the point where the photographer they just want the videos after for the reels and stuff like that instead of the photography because sometimes people just get real good at that.
No, absolutely. It's just nowadays it's almost essential to do some video too. As a matter of fact,
Hmm.
Vanusa, I think we talked about doing a video shoot together actually. After we did
Oh, that
the
would be cool.
beach shoot. Remember we talked about the beach shoot?
Mhm.
Derek, I'd like you to get on that too, actually, if we could, because I would love some video of that shit. Video of the video. So it's a video of the video. So maybe we'll coordinate something and we'll get because I wanted to do a model video for you, Vanusa. and then I'll let me use some of my toys. I haven't used my drone in forever. So I really want
I
to
was
use
thinking about getting one of those. I was thinking about getting the little Mini 3 and then just do like
Ooh,
video, some sky video around, like,
dude,
you know,
dude, I
man,
have a whole
it's
kit.
nice.
I have a whole thing, and I used it like 3 times.
Hmm.
So, Vanusa, I might be flying a little thing over you one of these days, soon enough,
I
okay?
want to get like a video of somebody driving away in a car and it kind of follows them, like,
Oh, one of
so
those.
yeah,
Ironically,
that's
that's
kind of cool.
not hard to do,
Mhm.
but you gotta find a place where you can do it, clearly.
Right.
Um, okay, hold on, we got a lot of comments. A lot of comments.
Question.
Okay, do you apply the same approach to family portraits and weddings, events? Upload all? I tend to deliver 40 to 50 images per hour of shooting for events. Um, on it depends on the package they choose, Craig. I have 2 packages in wedding photography where uh that they get 150 photos, so they would have to select. So I would upload everything and then they choose, and that's fine because again, I'm upselling. If in that package they get 150 photos at the end of the day, edited, and I send them 1,500 photos, I have a package where it's like, "Hey, do you want the rest of the photos? $500." And guess what
Mhm.
they do a lot of the times? Pay the $500. Is that okay, cool. But I have 2 prices. One is, do you want the rest of the photos not edited, or do you want the rest of the photos edited, like all the photos edited? And that another one, I'm always trying to figure out opportunities to upsell because a lot of times they're not going to come to me for all the prints and the framing and all that. It's not
Mhm.
1995, you know? So they will want all the digitals. That's pretty much a guarantee. So I'm going to make up for it by paying and making sure they pay for those extra digitals. Now, how do
Mhm.
I do that? It's all psychological. I send them 1,500. You only can take 150. They're going to want the rest. That's a fact. It's just really how much extra is that rest?
Mhm.
And then boom, and they walk right into it like a little like a caterpillar in a web. And they, okay, I'll buy 500 $350 more dollars. Cool.
Mhm.
And if they buy the ones that are not edited, JPEG not edited for $350 or whatever, it's work I did not do. It's free money. You hear that, folks? Come on now. Let's say it together. All right. Free money. I literally just package it up and send it to them. Derek, are you okay?
There's like
Free
a
money.
money.
Free money? No.
Where can I get that?
Yeah, exactly. But these are hey, I'm just sharing you guys the tricks that I do and what I think about when I put together my packages. Remember,
Mhm.
Derek, when I was like, "You giving away too many photos. What the fuck you do?" You know? And I had that conversation with Alyssa too. I was like,
Mhm.
"No, no, 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 no. Stop giving away your photos because 'cause they'll never buy more."
Mhm.
If I give her 20 photos, she'll be, "Oh, that's enough." And then I'm stuck for the same no, give her 7,
Mhm.
8
That
photos,
makes sense.
10 photos, and then they'll make pick 1 or 2 extra.
Mhm.
And that 1 or 2 really isn't much because 'cause you're already editing 8 or 10.
Mhm.
You see, it works
That's a
out.
long time, you know, like, you got depending on what kind of edits you're doing, like, it could take up to, like, 4 hours.
It could. I mean, the ones I was editing today were taking me 3 hours,
Mhm.
because I was doing the skin and, extending the backdrop and making sure everything looked good. It takes time. That's why I
Yeah.
charge what I charge, but the client doesn't know that. That's why
Mhm.
you don't send them edited photos. They don't know that. They only know the result, okay? Again, it's psychological. Marketing is psychological, but I'm trying to find out where the hell I left off. Here we go. I got so many comments. Thank you, everybody.
They're
It's a good
probably drilling you right now. What is going on? Stay with
I'm
it.
trying to keep up. For family portraits, I only do set amount of photos too.
Mm.
Same thing. Do you want the rest? And for family portraits, I'm more inclined to just to give a good price for the rest of the photos because what am I going to do with the rest of the photos myself? It's not
Mm.
like model photos, you know what I mean? Family, I'm like, what? It's your family. I'm like, I don't care, but no offense, I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
So I just get a good price and then package it and send it to them. Again, when you could do unedited and they get the rest and you charge them $200 more and they get a value, they're like, oh, I get 500 photos of my family, it's free money because you literally are doing nothing but emailing it to them. Wayne, if they make adjustments to your work, post as yours. If it looks crappy, potential clients will think your work is crappy. Exactly. That's why I did that rant video. I did that in my old apartment. I was so furious that I went to YouTube and complained about it. So 100%. So you see that Vanusa, right? So Vanusa doesn't have that issue, never has, never will. But hypothetically, if you were like working with a photographer you really want to work with, that's like the fastest way to never work with them ever again. That's a fact. Derek and I had. Oh, go ahead.
Sometimes photographer inviting me to the collaboration, I go in their page and then I look at the pictures and say, oh, no, I'm not interested.
Ooh.
So
I
you
don't,
gotta have your stuff together.
I do not like the job. Why am I gonna do that?
Mm.
It is like
Okay.
collaboration. What you have to offer me?
Ooh.
This is true.
Okay, so Vanusa, what is it that you look for when you look at a photographer's Instagram? What is it that you look for?
The first thing I'm looking for professionalism. I want the person to be professional and not more than that. Because I don't know how I can say I'm a woman, I'm beautiful, and I receive a lot of things that it is not professional. So it's
Oh my God.
this industry, it is not easy. It is not easy for models. It is not.
Now, when you look at the work itself, what kind of work makes you stand out and say, "Wow, I like this"?
Um, I like when they have a lot of models photos, and if I see it's a really good work, like a clean pictures, I can see that it's a good image, good resolutions. Sometimes the photo is not good, doesn't have a real resolution. I'm not a photographer. I cannot explain with the photograph terminology.
That's okay.
Some photos that doesn't look good. It's because, how can I say, the photo have to tell you something. It's not just about photo, somebody's posing over there, but I need to see something else. Not coming from only for the person who is in the photo, but for the person who is in the background, take that photo. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like you just need a well executed photo, polished, good lighting, and you like to see that they work with different models, right?
Yeah.
So you're putting in work, that they're active. Okay, okay, I like that. I like that. I want everybody to be taking notes in case you're looking to work with some models here, folks. That's why I'm asking these questions. Okay.
And
Uh,
me as a woman, I think, I don't know, maybe some other like that, I don't know. But I think it's not all women that like doing too much things, photo shoot that is inappropriate, to more like a sexual. If a photographer inviting me to do a photo shoot, if it's the photographer's gonna pay me or collaboration, whatever. But if
okay.
I see their work and I see that's only too much like a sexual things, I don't go for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that turns you away when you see it's too
Yes.
sexual and stuff like
Yes,
that.
because like I said, I don't need that. I'm trying to be a really professional photographer. I'm not saying that, I mean, I'm sorry, model. I'm not saying that
Yeah,
model don't do some things that is very sexual, but they do in a really professional way and they are
mm,
getting paid for that. You know
got you.
what I mean? So I'm not gonna show you my body, my image to somebody for free and doing something just to have a nice photo on my Instagram.
Mm,
So
yeah, especially not for free.
yeah.
100%. Okay. All right. I like that. And then RBJ disagrees with you, Derek. Sorry to hear it.
Oh, it's fine.
Let's see here. Use the fan. The system compensates for some of the noise. Oh, everybody wants you to use a fan so that you don't melt over there. Hey, Malcolm's in the house. Hey,
What's going on, Michael?
awesome. Models should not submit images to magazines for publishing without the photographer's authorization. 100%.
Hmm.
Um, I've
Great.
had models wanting to submit photos we already shot, and I say, okay, just send me the link. I'll take care of it from here. A lot of times when you're uploading, like let's say through Caviar, it specifically asks, are you the photographer? Are you the owner of these images on the bottom? So it's just best to work with the model and let her know you're going to take care of the processing. Vanusa and I did that. We've been published before, right, Vanusa? And then we're about to be published again. I'm just waiting to get the images were accepted, a swimwear shoot we did, and I'm just waiting for it to be released. Yeah, and that's why I tell like Vanusa, I'm like, hey, once we shoot this, forget about them. Let's move on because I don't know when things will be published, and I'll take care of the rest. All right. And by the way, Vanusa, I looked up yesterday. I'm still
I,
waiting.
I do not see the photos yet.
She didn't even see the photos yet. You see
And
that, folks?
when I see the publication, it's gonna be only like a 2 or 3 photos.
No, they seem to accept all the ones I sent. I sent like 8 of them or something.
Mm.
So it was a
But
but
I want to see the 1,000 photos, all the
oh,
2,000.
I'm gonna send you the proofs when I'm done with that process. Because I know once you get them and then you choose, you're gonna want to post it. You know what I mean? I don't want to tease you. You know what I mean? Um,
No, I don't pose like that. You know
I
me.
know you don't. That's Wayne saying hi. Oh, here we go. White backgrounds are difficult, always seem to cast shadow. Yes, cast shadows. 100%. One way to cast the least amount of shadows is to pull the model away from the backdrop,
Hmm.
right? And that's why, like when I was working with her, I kept telling her, "Come up, come closer, come closer." And as the model gets closer to you, it'll be least likely that the shadow will be hitting on the backdrop there. So if you have the room, pull her forward and there'll be less of a chance of shadow on that backdrop. The other obvious way is to, actually shoot light onto the backdrop. That's another way. Wayne, they didn't understand why I asked them not to tag me as a photographer. Yeah, I took the photos, but I didn't edit the crap. I didn't want to be associated with their work. That's happened to me too. That's why I try to be as clear as possible, but, what can you do? Sometimes they do that, and, that is so annoying. That's why I'm not that's why I don't recommend and I don't support people allowing models that kind of freedom, because it's not their job to be a photo editor. Instagram's got them lying, thinking they know how to edit a photo. Albert says, I have an issue with my work being retouched, especially if I was required to use strobes and light supports with sandbags. By the way, the change in color temperature is particularly irritating. Exactly. Yeah, it's just not what was intended. You know, from you as the creator, as an artist, you have a certain vision as you're editing, and then you throw on a stupid Facebook filter, and that's no bueno, right? So here are some more photos of Vanusa. Let's look at. Hello.
I like this photo.
I do too. It was a very cloudy.
I
Well, at
like my
least it was.
face. The,
Mm-hmm. Good jawline. Um, yeah,
Do you
that was.
guys do you have a problem with Instagram putting that filter on as soon as you put it on Instagram? Like I have Instagram when I post my photos, it has some kind of filter on it from the actual. Like I can never get like the actual picture right when I post it. That's why I always put it on my website. I put all my photos, all my work on my website. So
Well, let's next time we hang out,
hmm
show me the process you go through. But I've never
hmm
had an issue with that
me
myself uploading to Instagram. You know what I mean?
that's
And like,
interesting.
oh, that's a different color.
Hmm.
So when we hang out, just let me know and we'll go over that for sure.
Right.
Um, here's this. Remember this? This is the Z8. I think I shot this shoot with the 50 mil, 51.2.
That's nice.
Yeah, this is when using the 8200 as the
200.
light.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was like, what did you use to fill?
yeah, 8200. And see the harshness actually helped with Venusa because look at how it sculpted her jawline like right there. You see that?
Hmm.
Can you see my pointer or no?
I can. see vaguely. I need my glasses.
Okay, no
So
worries.
a lot of things are fuzzy.
No worries. And then we got this. This we had to shoot a ton of times. I was shooting
Mm,
at 20 frames a second just because she was walking toward me, like. So it's
mm.
very easy to get to 1,000 photos. Everyone.
Was that
Um,
what, the Z9 or the Z8?
the Z9.
Mm.
Uh, this was Z8.
Oh, okay.
This
I thought
was
it was.
Z8 with the 50 mil.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. And then she just got up on this bench. I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, we could work with that." We had like some family over to a camera left, started walking in on us and just shooting. So yeah. I love these photos, especially this one's on my website, Vanusa.
You put it on website?
Yeah, it's on my portfolio. I added this one. I really love it. I love the way you're looking.
And I
You
like
got
it.
this, yeah, your eyes are like schmizing. Just everything about this. You look so cool, but yet, you're in this like suit. Like, I don't know, it's just so badass. Um, I
I
really
had to
like.
say, like, from the time that I met you, Vanusa, like, you improved a lot
Thank
as
you.
far as like modeling,
I'm
and I see it in like his work too because it changes.
I'm getting more engaged.
Hmm.
Like my last 2 days off, I took 2 days just to do application on the agency. So I sent all my digital, my
Hmm.
how you have to say Polaroids. I don't know the name, like the photos, the clean model photos. So I
Mm-hmm.
sent for like 10 agencies. I sent for some to some agencies here in San Francisco and LA. And
Nice.
my next day off, I will apply for the some agency in New York, Miami. I will try to go London, Paris. So I'm trying
Yeah.
to. Robert said I was not really engaged, so I'm trying to be more engaged.
Aw, don't say that.
You're telling me, you're telling me you are too slow. I'm like, okay, I'm going.
You're you're
You
you're
said you told me that. You said if
what
I really want to be in the business, I need to put more.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I thought you meant by your posing. I was like, "No, I didn't say that about you." Yeah, you do need to be active, right? But you improved. You remember you were at the shows, the castings when I try to help you and let you know about the castings and stuff. Yeah, that's you just gotta be active. Eventually, try different places like, LA Fashion Week or New York Fashion Week. Like these models, they're taking a couple of days, going to New York, networking, etc. Yeah. So, but no rush. No pressure. Hold on. RBJ says that's exactly what I thought I looked like. I wanted to see if there was similar to mine in Pixie set. Okay, yeah, that cool. I'm glad that helped you out. Nick says I looks like I'm not alone in holding the camera straight. I'm cursed. There you go. No, brother. Hey man, post is a wonderful thing. Okay. So sometimes when I'm getting into it, it's a little off. I swear it's not, and this, that, and the third. And as long as it's totally not off, right? You're shooting horizontal and it should be vertical. You can pretty much fix it. Um, Here we go. We got John Ishii. Wayne, huge mistake. Never ever give clients any proofs unless they pay you in full in advance. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I don't show up to a shoot until it's paid in full unless we have some sort of tight rapport. I mean, that's
Mhm.
ridiculous. Um, Vanusa, I know I told you to tell the photographer to pay you a deposit. When did he pay you that day?
The photo, yes, he
He
paid
paid you that day?
me. He did not pay ahead. He paid me on the shooting day.
Did he give you a deposit or no?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to be. I'm learning. I'm learning. I need to be a little more firm too about my prices.
And
And
just say I need half now.
yeah, and I think he just pay away because he saw my husband. That's
Good. Maybe
another thing. When I have another photographer that I don't trust, I always involve my husband. My husband. So I feel
well, that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
I think he
Have
got scared when he saw my husband. He pulled his wallet. No, here is your money. And my
hey,
husband is pepper spray.
that's so funny. Have him send the
Pepper
email. I need
spray his
50%.
pants. I think he was kind of scared.
Cooley says, what size are you making proofs? As I said, 900 by 900 pixels. That's all I do. 900 by 900. Okay. Instagram, you just need 1600 by 1600. 900 by 900 is more than enough to just see if you like the photo.
Mhm.
All right, Cooley. Damn, I am late with these. I changed my watermark to these are not purchased. Yeah, hey man, that's actually pretty good. I like that. Shout out to you.
Oh yeah!
I shoot large raw and have to make all the JPEGs not larger than 12 to 10 megabytes. Talk about low res for wedding bug uploads. Yeah, 100. Yeah, no, you're right. When you gotta upload a lot and have space issues. That's why I like Pixie Set. It goes so quick, and I've never had an issue with size. But I always delete the last photo shoot I did. Um, Kevin says thumbs up and subscribe. You hear that? And subscribe.
Oh yeah!
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much, Craig. Yeah. But does that light hold up in lightsaber fights? Oh, well, hold on. I'll try it out and let you know. Subscribe to stay tuned, okay? You know what's funny about the lightsaber reference?
Mhm.
Um, I got Disney Plus, right? And I started from episode 1, and I'm literally watching every damn Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I'm that
Hmm.
bad. So I did 1, 2, 3. I'm on 4 now. I'm on Star Wars New Hope. I already watched Mandalorian. I watched Obi-Wan series,
It's
right?
a rabbit hole.
And now I'm on New Hope. I'm gonna watch all that, and then I'm gonna do Andor, and I'm gonna do the new Oshaka, whatever her name is, because I liked her character in Mandalorian. Now
Mhm.
I'm really sucked into this whole Star Wars crap.
Yep.
Can you believe it? So
It
th-
happens.
thanks, Craig. Cooley, hey, let me on. I sent the link. I sent the link a long time ago. It's in the chat, Cooley. I sent it there a long time ago. Um, but now we're damn near at 7 o'clock. But Cooley, I sent the link. It was in the chat. Maybe I should have pinned it. That was kind of my fault. But wait, last time we pinned it, Derek, we got an intruder, didn't we?
Yeah, several.
Yeah, we got it a set. Yeah. Uh Vanusa, what are your restrictions as a model in terms of genre? Okay, what style of photography you do and don't like?
I don't know. I am very open, so I just don't like when it's too much sexual things. Like, yeah. Besides that, I'm done with almost everything. Like, I like trying new things. It's just about you telling me what's the concept of the job.
Mhm.
If I like, yeah, we can do it.
There you go. So RBJ, just communicate clearly, which I'm sure you already know
Location,
how.
yeah,
That's right. And don't try to force anything on her, obviously. So and her restriction that she's talking about is hers, right?
yeah,
So that's her specifically. So clearly, as you know, every model's down for something that another one may not be. So, but just being clear and having a game plan before you reach out to her, a concept that she said,
yeah.
and
It's
then
because
then she go from there.
it's in this industry. I noticed that nowadays that we live, that's almost everything is about collaboration. I
Mhm.
noticed that the majority of the models, they are willing to do anything just to get some nice photos.
Yes.
I think Robert and Derek can agree with me
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
really reach you, right, Robert? Models
Yeah.
reach you a lot.
Yeah. They want photos. I don't give
Yeah,
it,
they
but they
definitely
want it.
want photos. They'll hit
That is shame or embarrassed of doing whatever you
mhm.
ask them to do, but it's not my case.
Well, there you go. That's not her. That's not what she plans on doing.
Mhm.
No.
RBJ, Rob, you sell all unedited images as well, even with the backdrop and stands and the pictures. No, 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 no. Not when it comes to the model stuff. Oh no, 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 no. Model stuff, I have two tiers: fully retouched and light edit. Okay, RBJ, light edit. So light edit will be contrast correction, um, white balance, exposure, that sort of stuff. And then, because I just had a model buy a bunch of them. And I was like, okay, well, if that's what you want. And I told her I'm not going to be blemish removal. I'm not doing all that. That's what you're paying for the bigger price. So she did it for maybe 40% less cost, but then I do 40% less work.
Mhm.
Yes, I will correct the back. I won't leave the stand in there. That's just because it's my photo, but I won't give it the good old 1-2, bat 2C on the thing. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, but I will remove and fix the backdrop stuff. That's what I will do. Okay. Again, I'm figuring out tiers in which I could upsell. It's not just here's a photo shoot, here's the photos, adios. No, I'm trying to do it because I might not get a client for 3 days or 4 days.
Mhm.
Roy says, how do you store all these thousands of images after the shoot has finished? I have like 12 terabyte hard drives. I have two 8 terabytes, one 12 terabyte, tons of 4 terabytes. Yeah, hard drives.
Yeah,
For how
you gotta
long?
be paying money for that.
But believe it or not, Roy, I actually recycle photos, like photo shoots. So if I post on Instagram, maybe in a month or two, I'll go back to that photo shoot, find an image that I like, boom, and then use that photo. So I still use them
For how long do you keep the photos?
as long as my hard drive keeps it. I have like a whole bunch of hard drives now. It's crazy. So,
Please,
but
all my photos.
I keep all of them, every single
Mhm.
one we took, the bad and the good. But if sometimes, if a hard drive goes kaputs, then there it goes. Mazman, what's going on? Do you supply single use images, or do you allow future use images? Future use too. It depends on the situation. Single use. If it's a commercial client, this sounds like a commercial client situation. It depends on the situation, what they need to use it for, etc. So there's some variables involved, but in general, do you supply single use images? Um, so it really just depends. But in terms, again, being that I'm dealing with Vanusa and models like her, generally their photos, as it stipulates in a release, is like general self promotional purposes, and she can't resell them, and she shouldn't be repurposing them in terms of like adding crappy filters to it.
Mhm.
Vanusa Vanusa doesn't miss in her photos. Wish she lived in Detroit. Well, I'm sorry, my friend. She's here for now. You know what I mean? And no, she kills it every time. It's never a bad time to
And
shoot.
talk about you can get a flight. It's easy.
Yeah, yeah, there you go, RBJ. Take a flight here. Take a flight here. Come to the Bay.
Or I can
Just
go Detroit. With Detroit? It's beautiful.
beautiful? No, I don't.
With Detroit.
No,
I don't
Detroit's in the middle, like almost East Coast, like middle of the country ish, more toward the East Coast.
okay.
And it's a city. It's another city. Okay. Uh oh,
American flights go Detroit.
yeah, that'd be a trip right there. Bad Horizon, just call it a Dutch tilt. Hey man, that not a bad recommendation. RBJ, deposits don't hold up in court. You need to request a non-refundable retainer. Oh, good point. That's a real good point. So either way, you need 50% non-refundable up front.
Mhm.
But yes, very good point, RBJ, and I think Randy Savage agrees.
Oh yeah!
Here we go. Extended family assumes it's free. Yes, unfortunately. That's why, you know, it's so frustrating because it's still my time, it's my craft, it's my everything, and it's like, but you want me to do X. I mean, once in a while, my mom would need new portraits or whatever, and I'll help her out with the pricing, but she understands too since she's an artist. And but then I feel real bad taking money from my mom and stuff. It's really interesting, but you know, I take it. Anyway, so Wayne says she for sure isn't into boudoir photography. You know boudoir, Vanusa?
No.
It's like that. Shoot.
Mm.
Let me see if I can pull that up. Boudoir.
Yeah, I've had models that asked me that, and I was like, no, don't. Like most of my work is fine art, so I'm looking for a certain concept. I'm looking for a certain uh, time period that I want to shoot in. Um,
You see this kind
it's
of like
definitely a different kind of art.
Well, like I said, what is my question is, what is the purpose of the photos? How the
Mhm.
photographer is gonna use those photos of me posing like that? Because I do not need me as a model. I think the agents, they are not looking on me in that way to hire me as a model. I don't
yeah.
need those kind of photos to send to the agency. So what are those photos gonna add to my portfolio?
Mm,
So the
very good
question
point.
is, if you come to me and propose me those kind of photos, you need to tell me how you are gonna use those photos. Those photos just for you put post on your Instagram, just for you, I don't know, do like those kind of, what is the intention of that? How much you are gonna pay me for that? Because those kind of photo I'm not gonna do free.
There you go. Real
Yeah.
talk right there. Ultimately,
And it's
you.
not just about money. I really want to know what you are going to do with my image posing for you like that.
Mhm.
They were Wayne says they were paying, and we did discuss the rules. This was years ago when everyone wanted to post stuff in Facebook. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, my issue was
Model
years
is
ago too.
okay. If the model is okay with that, that's accept to her, I mean, but me think like as a professional model, I think that is not gonna add any value to my portfolio. And the agents, they are not looking for those kind of job to hire me as a model.
Mm-hmm.
But once I am work for a kind of agency, and if a company is maybe looking for a model that pose on a lingerie or something like a Victoria's Secret, whatever, those is kind of more, that's really like a job for a brand that sells those kind of, I will be selling.
Look,
That's
yeah,
why I ask, what is the purpose of those photos?
there you go. Roy has a 32 terabyte NAS, which is full. That's crazy. That is crazy, guys. Wow, you guys, I really appreciate all of these comments. At what point are archive files no longer kept on multiple drives and locations? That's a good question. I think that's really up to you. Look at what Roy says. He says I've had requests from images back in 1980s, and I did too. During COVID, it was like a 5-year-old wedding. I was like, "Yo, I have no clue." It was a long time ago. The wedding. I mean, it was a long time ago, maybe more than 5 years. And I was like, I don't know what to say. You know, I keep them as long as I can keep them, and that's about it. I have multiple hard drives. It is what it is. It's how I work. You know. RBJ says Detroit is becoming a very nice fashion city. Don't believe what you hear and see in the media. It's beautiful here in Detroit City, in the city of Michigan. We have beautiful 4 seasons. That could be fun for outdoor photography. Uh, John Ishii says my mom hired a family relative to shoot my dad's 75th and shot the whole event. Not one shot was good. All black. Why? Wrong sync speed with his speed light. Yowzas. Oh,
I do not have a good photographer for my wedding.
what was that, Vanusa?
I do not have a good photographer for my wedding. My photos is ugly. It's horrible. It's over there. I don't like to look at. The photographer, he took picture of everybody that was in the wedding besides me and my husband.
But
So I open my album. There's a bunch of people that I don't know because on my wedding was only my husband's family and his friend. Nobody from Brazil was here. My family was watching through Zoom. So when I open my album, what the heck? Who are they? Who are these one? Who is this person? I don't know nobody. The photographer did not take any picture. He took like a few pictures of us, but it was not good picture.
Wow, that is nuts.
And my mother like paid for it. She paid for it. Very expensive. So.
Well, the drunk wedding photographer said you should have hired him, give him a drink, and he would have done it for you. No, he's a real good. He's a real good wedding photographer. Yeah. So, but he's like, you should have hired me. Hey, all right, everyone. You know what time it is? It's 7:05. What I do need to say is thank you very much, Vanusa, for coming on in and hanging out with us. Very much. Oh my God! Look at everybody's clapping. Oh my goodness. And Derek, you know, I love to have you on board. Next week, damn, I had an idea for next week. Forgot what the heck I was gonna do for next week. Anyway, we'll talk. And yeah, we'll talk about it. Exactly. Everybody, please, you already know what time it is. I gotta get out of here. I have to be somewhere at 8 o'clock, everyone. Oh, look at that. There we go. Got a fan right there. Come on. Go ahead and follow Vanusa, everybody. You two could just hang out right here. I got to do my shtick, okay? All right. Vanusa, you can leave if you need to, okay? Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Vanusa in the house. Thank you very much. Have a good one, okay?
You bye-bye. Too. Good night. Bye-bye. How do I leave here?
It says leave studio. See leave studio
on
the bottom, maybe? Leave studio.
Oh, I have to exit.
Don't worry, I'll kick you out. How about that? I don't kick you out like that. Anyway, bye-bye. She's so sweet. I'll kick your ass out. No. Hey, Derek, thank you very much, man. Very much appreciate it.
No problem.
Brother, hopefully, anyway, we'll talk, man. I got somewhere to be, so I got to get the heck up out of here.
For sure.
Okay. All right, brother. Have a good one. And then, all right, everybody. You already know what time it is. Go ahead, please support this channel. All you got to do is press that like, that share, and subscribe. Come on. That's right. Thank you all very much for tuning in for another episode of Let's Talk Photography. Of course, yes, you're welcome, Craig. Thank you very much. I appreciate you chiming in. Does anyone shoot models for stock? Oh, that's an interesting one. Manila, let's bring up that question next time, okay? And Wayne says, great stream, Robert. Great having Vanusa on to share her experience. All right, I got more models. I'm going to share stuff with all of you. So stay on the lookout for that. Let me see here. Let me see if I can put replay. Okay, anyway. There we go. I'm messing with my edits here. All right. With all that said, everybody, thank you so much for checking in. Kevin, thank you very much for supporting the channel and subscribing. You know I love that. All right. Go ahead. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow me right there on social media. On all my socials. Go ahead and go follow me. You know you want to. Go ahead there. All right. Of course, I'll be seeing you all next week for another live stream episode. That's right, every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm your host, Robert Silver. And until next time, keep shooting and stay creative.
Join me every Thursday on YouTube for another live show of Let's Talk Photography. We cover the latest news, interviews with today's industry leaders, tips, tricks, lighting, cameras, and the business of photography. My weekly live stream is all about crowd participation. You're encouraged to ask questions, talk about the cool camera gear you've got or the camera gear you want to get. Hell, you could just join our open panel discussion during our Q&A portion of the show. The cost of access to Let's Talk Photography is very, very low. For today only, I'm hosting a very low price of free $99 to subscribe and press that bell icon to get notifications of my upcoming live stream.